Welcome to Chapter 2, Lesson 3, where we learn how to position text on a path. So the document that you should have open is your Berry Symposium document, where we just recently added in our text flow into an object. So what we're going to do first is I want you to go ahead and find your Ellipse tool, which is a hidden tool on your shapes. So we're going to select Ellipse. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw an ellipse around the center of our image using the guides. But we are going to make sure that we hold Alt down and then click on the center using our smart guides. So once we have the center, an ellipse dialog box is going to pop up. And just a reminder that pressing Alt while you click a shape tool on the artboard ensures that the center of the shape will be drawn from that point that you clicked on. So since we want our ellipse to be right in the middle, that's why we clicked on that center point. So we're going to change our width to 2.9 and our height to 2.9. Remember, if your preferences did not have your units in the under units and general, switch to inches, you will not be able to create this image correctly. So we're going to hit OK, and what you'll see is an ellipse appear. Then we're going to go to our text tool by holding down for hidden tools. We're going to select on type on a path. Once we select on type on a path, we're going to click the path of our circle or ellipse, and we should have words that form around it. I'd prefer if you guys click on the path right around 10 o'clock on that circle. So in that little first quadrant right here, right at about 10 o'clock. But what we're going to do is in all lowercase letters is we're going to type in 3 rivers. So once we've typed in 3 rivers, let's go ahead and click 3 times and highlight it. Then come over here to our character options. Remember, if character's not here, we're going to go to Window, Type, and open up our character. So, with our word selected, we're going to change our font to Times New Roman. So scroll down, Times New Roman. And then we are going to change our font size to be 47. And what you should see is 3 rivers on the top of that circle. So we're going to go to our selection tool next, and what you'll notice is there's an option called our center bracket. So what we want to do is click on the center bracket when we're on our selection tool and move it so that 3 rivers is perfectly centered over the top of our circle. And for us, it's going to be just where the E is on the other side of the guide. And now what we're going to do is we are going to use our selection tool and highlight or click on our 3 rivers option. Then we're going to go to Edit and hit Copy, or you can do Control-C. Then we're going to go to Edit again, and then we are going to paste in front. So now we will have a second 3 rivers. We're going to take our center bracket and we're going to move it to where our 3 rivers is at the bottom and on the outside of the bracket. And you guys will know, you'll click and hold and you'll be able to move it around, and you'll see how sensitive it is when you use that center base to flip it around. So what we're going to do is click on that center bracket, and we're going to align our image, or our text, on the inside, at the bottom of this image centered. So right there, where about 3 rivers is in between that guideline again. So next we're going to go back to our characters and do a baseline shift. So baseline is kind of judging how far it is off of our original baseline. For this one, because we want it to be outside the circle, we're going to do a -21. So now what we can do if we need to is we can adjust our tracking and our kerning to kind of make it look better or, less stretched out. So you guys can adjust it as you see fit, and you can use these different settings and the things that we've learned to adjust it. But now what I want you to do is go to your type tool and select those hidden tools and select your type tool. Click on the 3 rivers on the bottom, and we are going to replace these words with symposium. I'm sorry, make sure that's not capitalized. So now we have 3 river symposium around our image, and that is it for lesson 3. Go ahead and save your work, and you will need it for the next lesson.